All right, welcome Killswitch Nation back
What's
for
going
another
on?
week. With me tonight, we got Duke again back in the booth permanently, and we got Checo.
Check it. What's up, boy? How you doing, bud?
What's good? What's good? Not much. Just chilling over here in my Wisconsin room. Just getting ready to watch this fantastic race at the Charlotte Roval. Just can't wait to see
Yeah,
this
it's gonna be
action.
fantastic, man. I can't wait to sit here and watch these guys turn left and right and see which ones can stay straight while doing it.
Yep, like Duke just said, it's not tonight's not all about left turns, pit road. Tonight's about left turns, right turns, and those fucking tricky dive bombs. That's what's gonna be the worst part.
You know, heartburn turn's gonna be where all the action is gonna happen as soon as they dive off into that first corner. It's gonna be about who overshoots who.
Oh
So.
yeah, especially for that restart. But what I'm looking at is for that backstretch chicane. Ooh, that backstretch bus stop, boy. Let me tell you right there, going side by side is a difficult task. Ah, I can't
How
wait to see
fast do you
that.
think they're running down into that corner, Checo? What, about 150, 160?
With some setups, maybe coming up the turn two, maybe around 165, climbing up the gears. I just want to see them
And
hit
then
the
you got
brakes
to
hard and
downshift
make
and
a
get them to
move.
what speed before you're there? Because I know you have to get, what, 60 to about maybe 80 through there, if you're lucky.
With these drivers and the setups that they possess, hey, maybe they could take it with 100. Who knows? They're gonna make it look like Watkins Glen's backstretch. You
Well, we
know,
had some misfortune last night, man. Just in Killswitch news, the racing world, as far as us, got kind of screwed last night due to the servers. The Bristol race for the Slider Series and the Dirt race basically has gotten moved into the following week. So hopefully we don't have no trouble with that tonight. Especially of looking back, last week we had MJ grabbing the W against the rest of the field. Um,
that MJ guy. Let's just talk about that guy.
Took one.
Pretty dominant car. He has a huge points lead too. Like, yeah,
Yeah, I
man,
think if I'm not
being a pro
mistaken,
driver is
I'll
no
pull the
joke.
points up because I think they weren't really even close. It's kind of like the way Bird is in sliders.
Well, he admitted in the chat last week that his track is not the Roval, so maybe someone will pounce on him tonight and get a win from him.
A little surprise pick, maybe. Who you guys got?
Um,
Well,
go for it. Who's your pick?
I'm staying on the field filler train, man.
Oh yeah,
You feel it.
He's been so close so many times, man. He's got to get one.
man. You know, I look at a guy that really showed a lot of promise. And remember those draft nights when we were doing those races? Well, a guy that really showed up to me was Bam Bam, especially at the Roval. He did amazing there then, and I'm not saying that he'll do just as good now, but he's not sitting that far back in points. I think 6. That's pretty good in points. He seems like he's been running pretty good, so I think my eye's going to be on that Bam Bam, and that number 8.
If he's here
Well,
tonight, I don't know who's all here, but I know there's only 9 drivers that's running the Roval tonight.
Well, from my experience in racing and kill switch and stuff like that, one of the major threats that I have raced against and I've had to try to fend off is Sniper. Sniper's just really good throughout any road course. He knows how to, articulate the car through the corners. He knows when to set you up and when to pass you. He's a smart, methodical man, and that's what you need to be when you're on a road course like this one. This one's a tough one. It's not any, you know, going 170, shifting down and going 90. This is, going 150, 160, all the way to 170, all the way back to 60 miles an hour with that backstretch bus stop. It'll be amazing.
Well, we're going to look at this point situation right here. The cut really is sitting with Jinx at +8 and Mac Attack with -8. Really, honestly, I don't see anybody from really 14th or below basically really getting messed with. But I really do see the fact of from 19th to 17th, they got a pretty good chance. You got Mac Attack with -8. You got Shovel -16. And you got Silence -16 as far as right there at the cut.
Yeah, that's not, a huge loss in points. That's just a couple stage, good stage finishes, top 2, top 3, get up there in their points and a good finish in a race. They're not far off. You don't have to win a race if you're, like you said, 17th, 18th, or 19th. You can probably point your way in there with these last couple of races coming up. Gonna be
Yeah, I
hard,
just
but
don't
hey.
see anything as far as if you're 24 points and above. It's just, I'm not saying it's impossible, but I mean, without really any stage points, you're not going to close that. You're going to have to win.
Well, let's see with that, because tonight, like Too Good said, 9 drivers are gonna race, and one that I do know is not racing because he's in real life at Martinsville is the driver in 14th place in the point standings, which is Sly Fox with 80 points, 26 to the good. But hey, with him missing a race tonight, well, a lot of people are gonna be missing a race tonight, but with him missing a race tonight, maybe he drops down just by a little bit.
Yeah, I hope we have a stacked deck tonight, but we'll see what we got, and we'll call the best action that we can for tonight's Roval race at Charlotte. I just hope qualifying goes well for them gentlemen. Are we about done with that about now? Too good?
I believe they're testing the lobby now.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, we've had a lot of trouble with that the past couple of nights. I'm kind of blown away, especially after what did you notice last night? A lot of okay.
All right, 10-4.
Here from Race
Can you
Control.
give us everyone, please, Jinx, so we can make a race pick? Can you give us the roster for tonight so we can you call out who all's racing so we can give race picks? Appreciate it.
There's only 12 drivers tonight. Man, there's a lot of boys that decided they wanted to sit at home and be a little bit scared for tonight.
That's okay. I thought it was 9. 12's better than 9.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about, the racetrack that they're running on. This is traditionally an oval track. Let's talk about Charlotte.
Well, now, hold on. Before we say anything else, now that we know the drivers that are in the field, who is your picks tonight?
I'm gonna have to go with a one that should really not be really picked, but I'm gonna have to go with Band 1. I mean, I don't see why he wasn't have a legitimate shot here. This is kind of a driver's track, so I think that one, Band 1 will be my pick tonight.
What about you, Checo?
I might have to go with Field. 2 of us might have to pick Field tonight.
I gotta change my pick now because the driver showed up that I didn't know was gonna make it.
Ooh.
I'm picking Hollywood. And I've got an honorable mention too, so I want to pick 2. I got C-Fan. He won the last road course on a pit strategy.
C-Fan's gonna be pretty fast there, Too Good. You might be onto something with that.
He embarrassed me, Checo, and Frank because we thought Schlink and MJ was battling for the lead, and they were battling for second. He had an awesome strategy and was 20, 30 seconds ahead of the field.
That's another thing that's going to be a big key to tonight's race, Checo. I mean, I think we're going to see a lot of strategy across the board with it being a road course race. Your tires here traditionally normally are better the longer you run on them. So do you see a lot of guys coming down pit road?
Maybe due to strategy, yeah, but during a green flag run, I don't think anybody's going to be pitting.
Yeah, because
maybe to do with strategy, just
send invites, Jinx,
if
again if y'all made a new lobby.
Stage 2. Well, before we get into all of that, let's talk about the qualifying order. MJ Bross with the pole, I believe that is. with a 1:15.809. Rounding off this, the first row is going to be Shovelhead with a 1:15.837.
Oh boy.
Starting off the second row is DK Brown with a 1:16.870. Filling out the second row with him is Hurricane Hall with a 1:17.451. Ooh, okay. C-Fan, which is one of two good picks, it's his honorable mention. He's starting off in fifth with a 1:17.584. Sixth is going to be Jinx with a 1:17.737. Seventh spot is going to Silence Killer with a 1:19.481. Where I cannot read that name by the way the picture is. All I see is a 1 at the end. Somebody with the 1 at the end of his name is going to roll off in 8th position with a 1:21.414, which is my area code. 414. Milwaukee.
You hear that, ladies? He's putting out a number, you know.
Oh, no, that was it. I got Delilah. That's all I need. 9th place, and the last timed lap that we have is 19 millimeter.
He said, "Oh no, Delilah's watching."
No. Cannot get me caught up, buddy. No.
He said, "You're not get me in trouble tonight, boy."
I always have to watch my back.
Well, it sounds like we're about ready to rock and roll here soon, so we're about to get to the action.
Can't wait for the race in action to begin.
I'm able to finally watch the race. We're streaming this. Let's go.
Me too, man. It's going to be an intense race. I think we're going to have an intense battles on the track. We're going to have strategy. It's going to be a hectic night, man. It's going to be a lot to cover. It's going to be fun up here in the booth with y'all too. Can't wait for it.
Do we have any word on if anybody else is streaming so we can get lap count?
Phil Filler.
Alrighty.
Over under on the cautions tonight.
Hurricane,
what do y'all think?
Hurricane, Phil Filler.
Hold on. This is like a question, not even race, in that category. What kind of snacks y'all like? I'm not gonna lie, I got these donut balls. Delilah bought them. Yo, they slap. They're like chocolate donut
Mountain
balls.
Dew, man. All day. Let's go.
Mountain Dew. A Mountain Dew's a snack to you, dog.
I mean, it's got over 40-something grams of sugar, bro. I mean, damn.
I'll be on there.
Oh, yeah, we're rocking and rolling.
But, yeah, it was actually pretty cool to see Mountain Dew back on a race car this past weekend at Bristol. I hadn't seen that scheme around in a minute. Well, they were reporting outages on PSN, or was reading them.
Well, I have.
But they're going to have to know when the cautions come out, too, though.
There ain't no cautions on road courses, really.
Oh, okay. All right. That's good to know.
And it's 3 or more, and that ain't, you know how unlikely that is.
Yep. But then again, going into turn 1, I won't be too shocked, but.
Alright, are we able to join now?
No, not yet. We're waiting on word from James.
I had to empty out the tank.
Well, we struggled with a heavy loss that was kind of announced to us yesterday evening to the whole NASCAR world. Sherry Pollux has passed away, unfortunately, to her battle to do with cancer. So I don't know if we got lap 44, but I would like to do, if we can, a moment of silence for her. Age 44 is what she passed away from. So I think that would be a pretty good honor from her.
Yeah, just a pretty hard hit on the whole NASCAR, world. Just pretty crazy, She was really a huge impact with Martin Truex Jr. Just
a huge impact towards cancer in general, man. They raised so much money for cancer awareness.
Yeah.
Yeah, Catwalk for Cause. They had Junior. If y'all tuned into the Bristol race, not even a couple nights ago, everybody was wearing the skull gloves that he does every year for charity.
Yeah, they auction them off and all that. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty devastating to the NASCAR community. She was very, very helpful as far as the cancer side of it. Speaking of cancer, this is Breast Cancer Awareness Month as well.
I wish we were able to run custom cars, because I remember a couple seasons ago where we had pink numbers and pink spoilers.
Oh yeah.
For this month. Yeah.
I used to run that any league I ran in. As long as I had control of a custom car, that was on my vehicle for September for sure. Got saved, you know what.
Oh, boys, I can't wait for this race to start. I'm on the edge of my seat.
I just hope it gets through.
Yeah, I hope
just hope
there's
we don't
no
have
issues
no problems
at all. I hope we can get in there and rock and roll.
Tonight's been kind of a wonky night, so.
All weekend
Especially
has, man. For
PlayStation,
Heat 5.
Jesus. Servers going up and down. Duke Boy mentioned it.
Shout out to any leagues that's been able to run the past couple days, because we have not had any luck.
And if y'all got any tips, please feel free to pass them along. Because we really need help.
We just ain't getting the luck of the servers, that's all that is. Really.
Yeah, NASCAR Heat's being kind of dumb.
I just can't wait for a new game.
I can't either, but I don't see that happening anytime soon.
Are y'all ready to play the NASCAR arcade game they're coming out with?
Bro, I was about to say that. Y'all ready for the league racing?
I'd rather be on Rec Fest. It was a lot better.
Great road courses, man.
Yeah, Rec Fest is free right now. Everyone needs to download that.
Oh yeah, we can get up a league right there.
Hey, we were hitting it up last night, man. We were blasting off with a bunch of our good colleagues here in Killswitch.
Oh, that don't mean join. That don't mean join. That don't mean join.
Damn it. Damn it. I got excited for a minute, man.
I'm not gonna lie, I have to agree with Duke Boy. I'm down here almost joined.
Them fingers are itching, ain't they?
Damn sure.
I heard green light.
Y'all boys are sweating. Y'all are ready.
Yeah, you don't want to know.
I ain't sweating. Them boys is about to be sweating down there. They about to have to learn how to turn left and right. So, and up shift, down shift. Speaking of that, I'm about to pull up a track map and see if we can talk about. Turn one. Turn one is going to be pretty standard. I mean, it's a hard left-hand corner.
Heartburn turn.
We got more to join.
All right, well, let's get right off into this action.
Turn one as we join.
And using every single gear in the gearbox.
Better.
Well, I might follow that stream anyway, because
we need lap
count and shit. But oh, I know. That's why I was asking the amount of laps in the stages there, because I'm going to try to mark each one of them down.
The race off, climbing the gears like Duke Boy said, entering turn one. MJ Bros the leader with side by side with the 78. I don't remember the 78.
Wasn't it MJ last week after Victory Lane saying that he wasn't going to be a title contender for this place tonight?
Yeah, look at this guy winning the pole and taking the lead.
Alright, I'm in.
Turn four.
I'm loading in now.
I straight up heard him say in interviews, "Oh, don't worry about me. I'm not going to be the driver to beat this week. I'm going to suck here." And like you said, he took the pole, and he looks like he's He's not checked out just yet on that 78, but here they come through that little kink there, heading onto the actual NASCAR 1 and 2.
Yep. Nope. That 78 is right there on his back bumper. Just a couple of car lengths right there behind him, with the field spread out kind of drastically right behind them.
Here they coming to that fast chicane on the back straightaway, nice and smooth. The 78 gets near, almost gives him a tap. MJ is able to slide on through into the NASCAR 3 and 4.
Yeah, MJ's looking fast early.
About to lead the first lap. And coming into the front chicane, 16, 17, onto the front stretch. Starting lap 2.
78's reeling him in. 78's looking good too.
He got really loose off that last corner though.
He's still reeling them. See what he does here in the
nice
infield.
and smooth. That's the man that taught me how to drive this place during the draft nights, man. I was struggling big time. Sat there listening to that man, picked up on a few things that he was talking about, and it picked me up a lot of good positions. I was running well up inside the top 5 before I had a little snipple up front with our car, but that man knows how to get around this place, so keep your eye on that 78.
Let's go through the field right now.
Working his way up to 3rd already. It looks like C-Fan has already worked his way up. He started 6th, did he not?
I believe so.
And, he, like I said earlier, he won the last road course.
You got a pretty good gaggle of cars back here from from the 2 car on back. I think it's the 2, 31, 22, and 14. Look like they're all in a gaggle of cars right there, side by side as they get into this front stretch skink here. Single file it out real quick.
Sorry for the pause. My baby bumped her head.
Ooh, that's not good. Don't be dropping that kid on her head.
Now she's sitting up now, man. Crazy. Crazy. Well, anyways, battle for the lead. It looks like it's starting to heat up again. I thought MJ was going to get away there for a second. No, never mind.
Well,
I guess it was just that. I guess it was just that braking zone.
Right.
It just looked like they were close together.
He's just trying to create that distance right now. Right now he's not pushing. He's just trying to smooth the car. And that feels like this is where I want to see drivers go side by side. Is coming down here in the back bus stop chicane. I want to see drivers.
I'm so glad for that wall there, Checo, because the thing about it is if you remember a couple years ago, they didn't have that. And you see race cars go flying like Dukes of Hazzard coming through that corner, man.
Ooh, the 6 missed the corner right there, and Hurricane took advantage of that for that position.
Oh, on my screen, it looked like Shovelhead might have cut the corner, but penalties will not be applied right here if it's not in the game. As we go through the field, yeah, 3rd place right here is C-Fan, followed by...
He's got MJ, then you got Shovelhead.
C-Fan running 3rd, and it looks like Hollywood's come into the picture running 4th now.
Oh yeah, that is Hollywood. Hollywood, and then a pair of Penske cars right behind him with the 2 and the 22.
Yep, the 2 and the 22.
Someone slipped off.
Fields behind the 22. Who slipped off?
It looked like the 21 did it a little bit.
Right there in the Harvick corner. Harvick punted Chase Elliott.
We'll ride on board with Hollywood for a minute and see how he's doing, see if he's gaining on C-Fan.
My pick for tonight was already in the grass.
It's alright, it's early, man. They're having to fill this track out.
Oh yeah. C-Fan's looking pretty good back here. I see him too. Don't really look like we got any side-by-side battles for the action up front.
No, not yet, but Hollywood is coming. I'm on board with him, and he's getting through these corners really smooth.
I think we're about halfway through the stage, if I'm not mistaken, because I think stage 1 was only 11 laps, so we should have about 6 already through.
Hard contact with the 41 car on 19mm inside of the wall for
Oh no!
Bust out chicane. Heavy
Hurricane Hall's front end
is
is destroyed as well. DK
What
Brown.
happened to the 41?
41 probably just outbroke himself and dove straight into the wall. Huge damage
He's
on the
coming to the
front.
start-finish line now. Looks like he's got it regrouped. I'm sure he has a lot of damage on there, though.
Yeah.
The 21's front end is destroyed, man. Oh my goodness.
Following the 2-car of DK Brown, he's now under fire of the 44 car of, who's the 44 car?
Philip Fiddler.
Phil Fiddler.
22 car of Jinx is right behind him. Phil Fiddler just passed Jinx the lap before, and now he's working on DK. Is he another driver in the next stage that we're going to have to worry about again?
He's my pick. I forgot about what car he's driving.
Hey, you gotta keep your eye on DK. You never can take your eyes off of him. He's one of them guys that are just a sleeper, man. When you least expect you not to be there, he jumps and he's there.
Well, I'm not worried about the speed right now at all. It's all about the strategy on that final pit stop, what everyone does. Someone might not even pit. Someone might try to make it all the way.
How many laps can you get to a tank of fuel, I wonder? I want to say it was, what, 20? Close to it?
I want to say it was 18.
If it's that, then yeah, you could definitely see somebody try that, but, I mean, I don't see him being able to really do much. If you're, the only thing I could see you doing is maybe pit before 2 to go and grab you some tires early and flip the field. I mean, if you're running basically from 5th on back, why not take the gamble?
Yeah.
Well, what the hell the front's doing? It looks like MJ's still got a healthy lead up there.
Well, actually, top 3 stay the same. With
Speaking of pitting, it looked like Band 1 headed down pit road and was coming off of it right there. So that's one car.
I do think he did have a little bit of damage on his car. Last time I seen the front end.
He definitely had front end damage. It looks like MJ's got a little bit on the front end of his car. I don't know how he got that.
Maybe by probably that inside wall. I haven't been watching him all racing, but most likely from my experience, I don't have good memories of that turn 7 wall. A lot of times I hit it.
This is one of your traditional road courses. You know, what's crazy is a lot. MJ was talking in Victory Lane last week about that, and I hate to keep bringing that up, but he was really good at the short tracks, and every driver I ever talked to or even asked about, they always say the short tracks are just like road courses and vice versa. If you're good at one, you're probably going to be pretty good at the other. So I don't know why he was putting so much pressure on himself last week, saying that he wasn't going to be able to even contend up front. Oh, the 14? Did he come off of pit road? I almost want to say yeah.
I want to say yeah. I don't see MJ Bra slapping the field back quickly unless somebody got into the 14 and got him, you know, spun around and back there. I want to say that he did.
Well, looks like we got a pretty good gap from second to first. Looks like close to, I would say, at least a 5-second lead, if not more.
Battle for third is heating up just by a little bit. Hollywood is, you know, gaining on the 12 car of CFAN just little by little every lap. But I feel like it's coming on into these heavy braking zones that really get a...
Jinx is coming off of pit road.
So he does right here. Ooh,
MJ's starting to catch lap traffic. It looks like the 41 of 19mm.
Yeah, a lot of them is pitted, I've noticed. The 22, he just came off of pit road as well.
Yeah, a lot of people hit the wall. As C-Fan looked to have gone defensive. He braking pretty early. Ooh, as the 31 of Hollywood gets into the wall. Heavy damage on the right side. Heavy damage on the right side of his car.
Oh, 41 got loose in the chicane and got right in front of Shovelhead. They almost made contact. I mean, that was absolutely close with a lap car.
Oh, Hollywood battling a loose race car right now. He got off of the turn 5 really, really bad. Going into 6, coming out of 7 right here. Going down the hill out of 8. Let's see if he can stick it right here into the banking of 1 and 2 of the real life track. Or, the first configuration of the track.
Man, I really feel bad for 1-9, man. You know, he's normally one of them drivers that gets up on the wheel and does a lot, but it looks like he's having a struggle kind of night tonight. Been up in the wall a few times. Looks like he just cannot get a handle on this Roval.
These racetracks are real technical. You have to have a strong setup. You have to have the tires to withstand and not slip up. A lot of things go into these setups. It's not, what we have in sliders where you get to just mess around with the wedge, change the tire pressure, put a piece of tape. In real life, you can't add tape, but in this game, I guess you can add tape. But these setups, people are. Let's keep reminding the people, keep on adding on top of the fact that these aren't even real custom setups. You have to go into 2020, fix them however you need to, set it up, go back to 2022, race it on there, and then see if it's worth, fixing it up and doing something. So these guys really have to work on specific things. And, I just feel bad for these guys having to do this on a, Charlotte Roval.
Oh, the 44 just spun out behind DK.
Yeah, I see that. Right.
Looks like Fieldtour had an incident there. He gathered it up and looks like he's all okay now. Doesn't look like any major damage to the number 44 Chevrolet.
I think I'm getting a little bit of lag on some of these guys.
He got lucky. That's all I got to say. You spin here and not hit nothing, you did a good job.
D-fan right here trying to pass the 14 car of Hurricane Hall. I don't see the 78 car right here. I want to say that he's going into 1 and 2 of the Motor Speedway.
I would say we should be about close to the end of the stage if it's only 11 laps, ain't it?
Yeah.
We got a battle starting to heat up for third. Hollywood's starting to gain on C-Fan. Slowly. Each lap he's getting closer and closer.
Well, you have to remember that he is going to be battling with the loose race car. I did see him hit the inside or the outside wall, causing real heavy damage on the right side. So we're going to see how that affects the car for right now. But
oh, Shovelhead just messed up big on the front straightaway. I don't know if that was the end of the stage. I think that was.
Oh, yep, probably the end of the stage. MJ Bros is also slowed down. So there's your top 2 for right now. MJ Bros and Shovelhead.
There was a wreck at the finish, and I think Hollywood was able to scrape by C-Fan right there at the finish.
Yeah, it looked like them two got tangled up coming off that final chicane, heading towards the start-finish line.
Yep, that was the end of stage 1. MJ first. Shovelhead second. Hollywood scraped by in third. C-Fan fourth.
Well, we're going to see who pitted and who didn't, and if it gave them an advantage here. The guys, I think, that pitted earlier was the 22, the 21, the 14, the 41, I believe. And I think that was about it as far as I've seen that came down pit road. We're going to be gearing up for this Geico restart zone here just very shortly, heading into Heartburn Turn. As we come through the restart zone, the American Ethanol green flag is back in the air. Here they go off into turn number 1, Heartburn Turn. Looks like they're side by side for about third on back. It looks like there's a gaggle of cars. You got Shovelhead, it looks like, working on MJ just slightly for the race lead. Them two kind of separate themselves from Jinx.
Right there. Got to get in front of Shovelhead right there.
Yeah, they got back single file real quick. There's not really too many places you can run side by side here and make it work without causing some kind of sort of damage to you or your competitor's race car. So it looks like everybody's trying to mind.
In the turns, you can run side by side. We had the 22.
Oh, Jinx overshot the.
Yeah, that's what happens
overshot
when you run side by side with people. You go side by side and you gotta worry. You get into them right there. A lot of big driving right here. And
yeah,
first lap of
this is gonna be a race of nutrition.
MJ Bros, we got Shovelhead in second. Hollywood, who was Too Good's pick. Oh no. Who picked Hollywood?
That was Too Good.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, Too Good did. He picked Hollywood and Seeking. His picks are looking strong tonight. Oh, as we have the 14 car of Hurricane Hall now entering pit road servicing his car. Getting some 4 Goodyear freshies on his number 14 machine, the Ninja tractors.
I wonder if he was trying to make adjustments to his car check go and get them all in. I don't know. Did he start up near the front whenever they redid it, or did he try to take the wave around? Maybe. Because I think he was one of the cars that was a lap down.
I do believe he was more in the middle of the pack, but yeah, he probably was a lap down. Let's see where he's coming out. He's already out of pit road, so he's not going to suffer another lap down. Maybe he's playing a smart game by now.
I think that's what that was, because, I mean, if you get stuck a lap down here, I mean, I'm not saying it's not hard to get it back, but it kind of is, especially with very few cautions.
All he has to really do is just... Right now, he's by himself. He runs smooth, he runs the laps down, he waits for them to either cause a caution or stage to end, but he's in a good spot. He refueled his tank. I don't think anybody else is going to have to pit, so he's in a good, position right now. Right there in frame as the leaders pass down the back stretch, I believe this is. Oh no, it's the middle stretch.
Yeah, I don't see anybody messing with MJ tonight, just like last week. I think he's kind of pretty much checked out on the field. For a guy, like I keep saying, and says he wasn't too good on road courses, he's flexing his muscles tonight.
Well, I honestly do believe, I want to give Shovelhead some credit right there. He did keep up with him on the research. It's just once everybody starts fanning out, that's where MJ Bros really kicks it in, and he's like, okay, I'm by myself. I don't have to really worry. And then he starts focusing on driving. He doesn't. Oh, excuse me. He doesn't focus on running a perfect line or anything. He just.
Shovelhead's ducking off on the pit road.
Strategy, maybe. Maybe you do have to pit in this stage.
Well, I mean, if you didn't pit at that stage, then most likely, yes.
Oh, so you think he didn't pit?
I don't think he did. Either that or he went to try to make adjustments on his car and didn't get them in soon enough. Yeah, he's hitting pit road. He's definitely on. Looks like he's going to probably grab 4 Goodyear tires and Sunoco racing fuel and a few adjustments. Yeah, for a race that looks so promising for some of these drivers that are trying to get up with MJ, they thought they could gain some points tonight. It's kind of looking catastrophic for them because he's pretty much checked on out, and like I said last week, stage points are everything and playoff points are everything, and he's pretty much grabbed every one of them.
Now look at Too Good's driver. Hollywood in second place right now with Shovelhead going into pit road. 51 of MJ Bros is still in the lead with a commanding lead right now, but 31 closely follows him with, I'm trying to get through here as quick as I can. I do believe it's the 2 right behind him. But entering Heartburn turn is the 2 car of BP Brown right behind Hollywood in 3rd place. Then we got C-Fan in 4th place trying to get all the way back up to where he was. Strong drive. And we have Fuel Filler, which is my driver, running up the top 5 right there.
Yeah, I don't know what happened with him earlier, but ever since he's had that spin, I don't know if he's scared to get on it or if he's loose, but he seemed like after that spin, he's kind of dialed it back just a little bit.
I mean, in my perspective, when I do something like that and I know that I might spin due to over-aggression, I wouldn't try for next time around. Maybe, you know, stage 3 and it's later on in the lap count. And, you know, I have to get a couple of positions. Maybe I might try it again, but if I know that I might spin out and cause harm to myself, I'm not going to do it.
Well, I don't know how we would do it, but somehow, let's see if we can go through the field here. It looks like we got them pretty spread out here.
Hold on. Let's start with the leader. MJ Bross. He's out there.
MJ
How
Bross
far
is-
ahead is he, y'all say? About 5 seconds, 6 seconds?
Oh, every bit of
Probably
8.
8?
5, 6, maybe 5, 6, 7 seconds.
I don't even see a car behind him.
No, Hollywood's right there in 2nd. Hollywood closely follows him with DK
Oh, I
Brown,
see him up there now,
C-Fan,
way back there.
and
Yeah, he's
then-
about 5 seconds back, I'd say.
Oh, MJ making a little slight mistake getting in there, look like almost. It ain't gonna be nothing for old Shovelhead. Shovelhead's right there sitting in 2nd place. He's looked like he's been doing pretty good tonight. Oh, we got spin on the backstretch. The 41 was sideways there for a moment. Looks like he gathered it up.
It's good to see that 6 car back, and you know, Checo mentioned that 28-point lead that Sly had. It's going to go down because Silence below that cut line, and he's going to eat into it tonight.
Yeah, Silence says it looks like exactly what his name is. He's just quiet and steady. I don't know if you'll see much out of that number 6 car tonight, but pretty sure that he wouldn't be too upset with a top 5.
Yeah, especially with low amount of drivers coming to the racetrack. There's going to be a lot of stage points up for grabs. There's only 2 drivers that aren't going to, you know, get stage points in stage 1 and 2. Stage 1 is over. We already got stage points done. Right now, it's up to the drivers, you know. Do I race hard for these, you know, stage points right now, or do I race hard for a good finish, you know?
And honestly,
Maybe
tonight
Silence
is a perfect opportunity for one of these guys that normally don't win to try a wild card, because what do they got to lose? The worst they can finish is 12th. They could try a crazy strategy and try to win this thing.
Yeah, you ain't gonna have a huge loss to your point there, too, Gabe, because, I mean, the worst, like you said, you're gonna fall back is to the 12th. So, I mean, if you want to do something crazy with pit strategy or trying to stay out, the worst you're gonna finish is 12th, and I don't see that being too bad of a finish usually whenever the field's close to 20 to 25. So tonight's definitely a night to grab some points, but whenever there's a guy like MJ sitting out there grabbing them all, how do you really gain on that?
See, and the way to gain isn't right now in green flag runs. It's right there when they come to the restart. Ooh, as MJ Bross has heavy impact. That's where I think he got the right side damage. But when they catch up to him, he's on those restarts. You need to see somebody go side by side with him in the turn 1. And I know it's going to be hard, even on regular restarts with custom cars. But if somebody wants to take the lead, they have to do something crazy. It's either, you know, hit before, you know, 2 laps in stage 2, and then get in front of MJ, you know? You're not going to really lose a lot of tires.
I'm really curious to see Hollywood side by side with MJ.
I'm telling you, this restart coming up, Hollywood's going to be on his outside.
Because Hollywood's got some very good pace. I'm on board with him now. He's got a very good car. He's driving fabulous. He's braking good. He's rolling the corners good.
Yeah, the 41's having a horrible night. I just saw him spun out again, man. Dang. I feel so bad for him. I mean, it's just one of those nights where nothing is going right for him.
Some nights it's not your night, but hey, I give it to him, man. Most of these guys will hang it up and quit and exit out of the race. He's sitting here toughing it out. That's a real racer right there.
That's right. There's no quitting, man. You start one of these races, you better finish it, because, I mean, you don't work all week, just run a couple laps and then pull it in the garage.
Yep, that's right.
And you better not do it, especially with that guy out front getting all them points.
Yeah, and he'll get an extra 15 at the end of the season, being regular season champ. He's pretty much got that in the bag. He's pretty much confirmed regular season champ.
Well, I mean, how do you argue a championship favorite like that?
I mean, he set himself up to where, at round one especially, he's pretty much locked in from the start.
I mean, even if he has a couple of mulligans, I mean, I think it's basically the way Truex and Williams kind of got themselves set up for this year's playoffs.
Yep.
If you make a mistake, he's got that big old cushion there to help him reel himself back out of it.
Yep. He'll definitely be there, sitting there in the championship race this year. I see a few other guys that could really make a push. I'm not gonna make no names yet. I'm gonna wait until playoff time to start making them kind of picks. But I got a few in mind that'll be showing up to the Final Four as well, and could possibly beat MJ. You never know, any given night.
Yeah, but yeah, but the past two races I've been fortunate enough to broadcast, that's all I've seen is that 51 up front. Right now, here's your points lineup before this race. It was with MJ Bros with 311 points. That would be 130 over Schlinken sitting in second, and a 139 over C Fan. So, I mean, them guys are going to have to pretty much do everything they can to catch him. Basically, the battle's going to be from second.
Looks like that was the end of the stage right there.
Is it?
And if you notice, Hollywood was gaining late in that run. He was not far away at all.
No, MJ better look in his mirror for that number 31 Leaf Home
You see
Chevrolet.
where he's at right now. He's right there.
Remember, low gas and low tires is a way faster car here. I don't know how. I don't know why. But it's faster.
I see someone taking no tires this stage. I mean, it's all or nothing now. Everything's off the table now, and there's gonna be crazy.
Let's get into the Killswitch League chat right now. We got Dunlap chiming in earlier in the race. He said we're not racing dirt this week. Yeah, sad times for our Sunday League racing. Chad Matthews, Sly here. Good luck, fellas. Hate to miss it. Hey, you're in Martinsville, buddy. I'd rather be in Martinsville right now either way. You're driving a real car over there. Warnock says, let's go, with his fingers in his ear. We're rock starring over here. Come on now, Warnock, you know who we are. Dunlap also chimes in saying, I hate this track, lol.
We got C-Fan that's shuffled to second for the restart.
Here they come for the Geico restart. American ethanol green flags back in the air for the beginning of stage number 3 for the final stage of this race. Looks like MJ's going to have the lead, bearing off in the heartburn turn.
C-Fan did not have a great restart. He restarted right outside of MJ Bros and slowly fading into the pack. He's right now battling for third, and Field Filler clears him right now. He is now back under attack with the 78 again. Defense is losing a lot of position on that restart, but there's Hollywood right there behind the 51 of MJ Bros. Let's see if Tugert is right.
He's finally there. What we've been waiting to see. He's the car that I thought out of all of them could keep up, in my opinion. About going through the field.
Regular turns. I cannot make out those cars, but I do believe third place is going to be Shovelhead. Yep. Third place is Shovelhead, followed by the 12 car of C-Fan with the 44 car right there under fire on the 2 car. Oh yeah, we have a lot of stacking up here. Well, not stacking up, there's just a lot of good
Jinx
battles.
and him got into it.
Yep. Nope, Jinx and him are battling up for that position right there. They're side by side. Let's see what they're
going into it. Oh, Jinx backed out of it. He said, no, not today, man.
Heavy damage to the 78 car, hitting the front stretch wall. Oh, a lot of damage on his front end, especially on the right side. C-Fan might be able to catch up with that kind of damage on his car. Fuel filler might be able to as well. Who knows? Let's see if that, what do you guys think? If you hit the wall that bad, does aero really affect you on a track like this?
I mean, in NASCAR 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, I don't see why it wouldn't. I mean, you're still buzzing at least 140 to 150 mile an hour before that backstretch chicane.
Yeah, you're hauling.
It depends on how hard. Because, I mean, if he hit hard enough, it could have damaged some of the engine. I mean, it could be down a cylinder. I mean, there ain't no telling how hard he hit and what it can do to that front end.
And we're just lucky that we don't have none of that realistic damage, like a toe.
Oh, DK Bow messed up big time.
Any of that. If I had a toe link damage in the game, I'd get mad. 5 minutes to repair that? Yeah, alright. At some tracks, I'm 10 laps down, like Bristol. Actually, no, Bristol, I'll probably be like 20. Ooh, getting into the front.
Oh, Jinx went head on in a wall.
They're lagging on my screen. Well, the 78 was.
Jinx is still kind of sideways there. I'm still following him here. He looked like he got it back going, but that is heavy damage to the front end of that 22 Pennzoil Ford.
Here's a little sandwich of the 2 car. Oh, he goes onto the inside of the 44 car. He could have made that move work. Now he's under fire from the 14 car of Hurricane Hall. Hurricane Hall is trying to make the move and coming into turn 6, I do believe. Yep, turn 6. Backside.
Guys, I think they're starting to feel the pressure. You're starting to see these guys make mistakes, and you're starting to see these guys starting to slip. Reason being is because of that guy that's been out front for the past 2 weeks. It's like you just can't win against him. They're going to have to find something to get past that number 51. And beating your car up against the wall is not going to help it.
Yeah, doing that is just going to damage it. No good, buddy.
I mean, these cars are pretty tough, but I don't know.
Is pretty nice, though. He looks to be not gaining, but he looks to be at a steady pace on catching the 51. He might be able to do it.
He gains in some parts of the track, but the infield, MJ is killing everyone in.
Yeah, it looks like, from the looks of it, it looks like Hollywood is pushing the front end a little bit on entry.
MJ gets
Oh, we got the announcer's curse. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
We gave the announcer's
Big mistake from the 51 car.
This opens Pandora's box right here, boys. That was a big costly mistake out of the number 51 of MJ. He looks like he's still soldiering on, but it looks like we got a new leader here.
He stays in second for right now, but the new leader is the 31 car of Hollywood. Oh, man.
MJ's going to be kicking himself in the butt tomorrow for that one if he doesn't get this back. Lead almost the whole race and get in the first few laps to stage number 3. And this is where I was talking about guys making mistakes. Even guys like MJ can sit there and slip and let this track jump up and bite you and slam that outside wall.
Oh yeah, by no means is this over. Hollywood's got to stay very consistent and steady this whole entire rest of this race if he wants to see that checker flag.
Yeah, he can't afford to make a mistake like he's seen MJ Boston, It's just the little things that matter. Look, you hit a turtle coming over here, and you gain a little bit of extra speed, and once you get back on that gas, boom.
I think just what he did is
like
because
Boy said earlier, this game, it'll just turn you around for no reason.
I think what happened to him right there is because I've had experience with this before driving this track. When you come off that corner, if you upshift coming across them ripple strips, it was sending the rear end of that car dead sideways. and points you directly towards that outside wall.
It could have been that, or he could have just been getting too much out, trying to get too much out of the car.
That too.
As we got
somebody else
Hollywood
spins out back there.
coming up on light traffic now.
Coming onto the back bump of Jinx right there, side by side, going into NASCAR, 3 and 4. 51 looks to be losing spots. I don't want to say that he's losing the spots.
Yeah, I got a little bit of crap from that 22 last week because, well, really crap, but I talked about him fighting for the lead lap, and he told me point blank that he is 100% a Class Act driver. If there are leaders coming, he is moving out the way for him. And so he did that straight up for Hollywood. He gives way as well to MJ as well. Is MJ catching him?
I'd say if I'm the lap car, I say I'll battle the leader. If I'm gonna be battling other cars for the lead lap, but if it's not, I'll let him go. And then other than that, if the leader already passed me, everybody else can just pass me. It's free game.
31's messing up, going into that corner a little bit. Like you got a little bit of wheel hop going into the backstretch chicane.
Do we have to see any pit stops this stage or no?
Oh yes, this stage should be 27 laps, so I say at least 2, maybe.
Oh, really? From the 31?
Oh, MJ hit the wall again.
Just a little bit. I don't think it was heavy damage. Was it, Duke? I wasn't able to see. I wasn't on board with that.
Yeah, I was on board. He didn't hit hard, but he still slapped the wall pretty decent.
Okay. Not that much damage given.
Yeah, I think that front end's hurt on his car.
I wish there was real life physics with the signs and stuff like that, so we could see them fly off.
Why is there so many cars on pit road? It looks like half of the field pretty much is out. You got 78 on pit road. Oh no, they're on pit road.
Some of them might have already exceeded the tire limits. They might have already used all 7 pairs of tires.
Yeah, but there's a lot of drivers on pit road. I don't know if they quit or if they're on pit road for a stop, but looks like Shovelhead's on pit road, DK Brown in the 2, the 23, the 6, and trying to look some more. Yeah, I think that's about the only 4 cars that's on pit road. And they don't look invisible, so I don't know if they're gone.
I think they're gone. Either that or they're glitched out and we can't see them on the track.
Well, that's a shame. Yeah, it just has not panned out for us for the past couple of nights here on Killswitch, but it's okay. We'll get through the rest patch of it and be back at it next week. Speaking of next week, where are we going?
For sliders, I do believe we're going to continue with double header theme, but it's going to be Bristol on concrete with New Hampshire, because that was originally going to be the only race next week, but due to the servers being laggy and dysfunctional, I think we are going to be doing the double header next week. Bristol concrete day, which I think we should do Bristol concrete night and New Hampshire.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see how that plays out. If the servers will be nice to us and allow us to get some racing underway. It's almost kind of like an inclement weather situation. It looks like MJ's actually closing on
about this. The 51 is closing on MJ Brock. The 51 is closing on the 31 of Hollywood. That's so used to saying the leader of MJ Brock.
Yeah, he's been up there all season. Yeah, I'm trying to look up the schedule for next week and see what the Champion Series is going to be running. After the Roval. Looks like it'll be Martinsville Motor Speedway will be the next one.
That's going to be a good one.
Martinsville is always exciting. You always get good side-by-side racing there, beating and banging. And you never know until the last lap who's going to win, just like here. We still got a little bit left to close this one out for tonight before we move on there. Looks like MJ has closed on the 31, even with a beaten, battered race car. He's telling the field he will not be denied tonight still as they come through NASCAR 3 and 4. You know, guys, the tires are probably about giving up right about here. This is probably the point in the race where you're just trying to make sure you hang on to it. Make sure that you don't make any mistakes like you've seen some of these drivers do. And not take yourself out of this chance for a win here. But I'm trying to find a side-by-side battle back here. If we can find one. Looks like the only two that's even close is teammates, and that's C-Fan and the 22. .41, he is still a trooper, man. 1.9 is still getting it out there, even though he's had a pretty rough night. And that 41 Haas automation is
with everybody else leaving, it's about the points. Everybody under that cut line might
21's heading pit road.
Fan one probably just fixing damage, 4 new Goodyear tires and filling her up with some snow. Passing down the front stretch, you see the 21 in the distance. Well, a couple laps ago, we did think the 51 was right there on the back bumper, and now he's kind of staying in, you know, the similar range we've seen him before. What do you think's happening with the 51 car?
I think he's thinking about pitting, Checo, being honest, because, I mean, oh, wait, 41's slow on the back stretch again, but, I think he's thinking about pitting, because, I mean, if I was him, I'd go ahead and fix that damage now, give me some fresh tires, if I can make it to the end. That way you can actually start reeling him in with a healthy race car.
Oh, true. And road courses play out differently than regular ovals, you know. You could get into pit road faster than the other guy, you might be able to, you know, jump him. In F1, they're called, you know, overcuts and undercuts. You know, he goes above, you know, the 31's pit, you know, strategy. They try to overcut it, but I'm thinking, like you're thinking, Duke. I think he wants to do an undercut and try to.
Oh, 31's on pit road. 51's following him. And he closed on him quite a bit coming on the pit road there.
This fits into the 31's hands, in my opinion, guys, because MJ has the short run speed. He's very fast, but I've been noticing the 31 late in these runs is slowly pulling away from MJ.
Well, that's
he
the
was
thing.
slowly
Can
gaining into stage 2.
Can he get by him before the tires get away? They're both on pit road. Looks like it's 4 tires of Sunoco Racing Fuel for the number 51 of MJ Voss. Looks like he's getting a slight chassis adjustment, and he'll be down and away here in just a sec. Looks like the 31, is he already off? Yes, he is.
Yep, the
31 beat him
off.
And MJ's just now coming off pit road. All that damage is what he had to fix in order to get off of pit road. It's probably in the neighborhood of about 14 seconds from what it was looking like. Yeah, I don't think MJ's got a shot at this, guys.
I don't think
Unless
so
there's
either.
a caution.
Like Too Good said, MJ Voss has a good short run speed.
He's gonna reel him in. I feel like he'll reel him in here, and it's gonna look like he's reeling him in, but then Hollywood's gonna just start pulling away.
Hollywood entering the backstretch bus stop. Damn, these names are pretty weird. Oh.
Did
Um,
did the leader just lag out?
no way I just said that.
Or are we just not seeing everybody? We might not be seeing everyone on the broadcast.
Well, I keep scrolling through the field, and it looks like they're not doing much. But is that the 31 on pit?
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm gonna back out and then rejoin and we'll see.
Yeah.
Just keep calling the race from right there.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Hold on.
That's insane.
We're going to take a quick commercial break because they're going to use the bathroom anyway.
Do you guys need regular toilet paper? You need ultra shine. Lap count right now up to date is 40 laps out of 54. 40 laps out of 54. I do not know what the leader is, so whenever he does pass this line, it will be 41.
Jinx, is the whole field lagging out? I just dropped another one on my screen. 21 don't hit right now.
Yeah, the 31's out. I'm back in and same 4 cars that were on pit road is now added to 6. 31 and 21 are now out. I'm not sure if it's due to lag or anything like that.
It has
Sorry,
to be lag,
ladies and
man. It's
gentlemen.
hard to believe that Hollywood would quit winning the race. Been a rough weekend as far as trying to get these lobbies and servers run.
Alright. I'm trying to get back in.
Leader MJ Bros is now trying to pass up another car in 22 of Jinx.
Is the 31 out?
Yep.
Yeah.
Dang, man. I wonder if he lost connection or not. It won't allow me to get back in on the broadcast yet. Yeah, PSN's not being worth a dang tonight.
Sucks, man. There's only about 5 cars left.
Yeah, I keep trying to get back in and I can't. It's not allowing me to. Try one more time.
Sorry.